My son said he doesn't want me to walk him down the aisle because I'm not his real dad. I raised him for 23 years. I paid for his education. I sat through every school play. Now he's getting married. And he says I'm not the man he wants beside him. Good evening. Anonymous, please. I'm 56 years old. I've been married to my wife for 24 years. She had a 2-year-old son when we met. I never had children of my own. When I met my wife, her divorce had been final for almost a year. Her son's biological father had moved to another city and wasn't very involved. He'd call every now and then. He'd send birthday money when he remembered. But he wasn't really present. I knew what I was signing up for. If I married her, I was also choosing to help raise her little boy. And I did. From the day we got married, I treated him like he was mine. I never once introduced him as my stepson. He was always my son. Money was never easy. There were years when I worked 2 jobs just to keep everything together. We cancelled holidays. We drove old cars. Because university fees came first. Not once did I resent it. Over the last few years, something changed. His biological father retired early and moved back to our area. Suddenly they started spending more time together. I actually encouraged it. I thought every son deserved the chance to know his father. If anything, I was happy for them. I never imagined it would create distance between us. 6 months ago, he announced he was engaged. He told me he wanted me involved in the wedding planning because I'd always been there. Those words meant everything to me. So when he asked if we could have lunch together last weekend, I assumed we were going to discuss the wedding. Instead, he looked nervous from the moment we sat down. Finally, he said, "I need to ask you something. I hope you understand." I told him to go ahead. My biological dad is going to walk me down the aisle. For a second, I honestly thought he'd misspoken. I laughed awkwardly and said, "You mean he'll be there with us?" He slowly shook his head. No, just him. After everything we'd shared, after 23 years, I wasn't even being asked to stand beside him. He quickly added, "It isn't personal." Then he said the sentence that hasn't left my mind since. He is my real dad. I just stared at him. Because for 23 years, I'd never once thought of him as anything other than my real son. My wife, she said our son had made a terrible mistake and promised she'd speak to him. 2 days later, she did. He admitted he'd been worried his biological father would feel hurt if he wasn't given the honor. He said he thought I'd be more understanding. That somehow made it worse. Yesterday he called me. He asked if I'd still give a speech at the reception. He said he couldn't imagine the wedding without hearing me speak. I told him I needed time to think. He sounded disappointed. So now I'm torn. Part of me wants to stand up there, smile, and celebrate one of the happiest days of his life. Another part of me wonders if I'd spend the entire ceremony watching another man receive the moment I'd always